What if an AI could literally watch your screen and spot the kinds of risks that you or I might miss? Well, today we're diving into a new tool that does exactly that. It's called LogiGuard, and it's basically designed to be a visual watchdog for our increasingly digital lives. So let's just start with a question, right? What risks are hiding on your screen right now, in plain sight? And I'm not talking about some hidden code buried deep in the system. I'm talking about visual threats that most traditional security tools are completely, utterly blind to. I mean, let's face it, our screens are the hubs of our lives now. It's where we work, where we do our banking, where we connect with people. And all of that activity, all in one place, creates this huge and honestly often overlooked area for potential threats. But here's the real problem. Most of our traditional monitoring tools, they're basically blind. Sure, they can analyze text-based logs, they can look at network traffic, but they can't see. They totally miss the critical threats that pop up visually right there on the user's screen. And this isn't some small niche problem. This visual blind spot can lead to some really serious consequences. We're talking about major security risks just sailing by undetected, critical compliance issues being completely missed, and even product failures that probably could have been caught early if someone or something was just watching. So this is exactly the gap that LogiGuard was built to fill. Think of it as an AI analyst that's designed specifically to watch over our screens, a kind of tireless sentinel that, never looks away. So what is this thing really? Well, LogiGuard is an AI tool that takes in screenshots and screen recordings. It uses really powerful multimodal AI, like Gemini, to actually understand what it's seeing. And that means it's not just recognizing pixels. No, it's reading text, it's interpreting the layout of buttons and forms, and it gets the context of what's happening on screen to spot risks, and then explain what it found in plain English. The creators put it perfectly. They said, think of it as an AI analyst that never gets tired. And that just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's always watching, always analyzing, with a level of focus and pure vigilance that a human just can't keep up 24/7. Okay, so how does it actually do that? How does it turn a bunch of pixels into real, actionable insights? Let's pop the hood and take a quick look at how LogiGuard actually works. The process itself is actually pretty simple, which is what makes it so smart. It all starts when you submit an image or maybe a short video clip through an API. Then the Gemini AI takes over, and it just starts analyzing all that visual data, identifying everything from UI elements to potential risks. And finally, the backend responds by taking all that visual chaos and organizing it into a structured, easy-to-understand event. And this part is absolutely crucial. The response you get back isn't just a jumble of data. It's this clean, structured report. You get a little story, a narrative summary explaining what happened, you get a list of the specific events it detected, a clear risk classification, and it even pulls visual evidence directly from the screen to show you its work. It's all about turning noise into a clear signal. All right, theory is one thing, but what does this look like in the real world? Let's walk through a classic and pretty dangerous phishing attempt to see how LogiGuard can spot a major risk in just a few seconds. So imagine your team stumbles upon a suspicious login page. It looks almost right, But something just feels a little off. Instead of kicking off this long manual investigation, you just snap a screenshot and feed it straight to LogiGuard. And this is where it gets so cool. Almost instantly, LogiGuard identifies the login form, but then it notices something a human might easily miss in a hurry. The branding is all wrong. It's mismatched with the official site. It checks the domain, flags it as suspicious, and boom, it classifies the risk as high-severity phishing. And the most incredible part? It does all of that from a single image in a matter of seconds. Something that could have taken a security analyst precious, critical time to investigate is just handled, almost instantly. Now, that instant analysis is seriously impressive, but it's really just the beginning. The team behind this has a pretty bold roadmap for the future of AI vision, so let's take a peek at what's coming up next for LogiGuard. They are definitely not slowing down. They're pushing forward with some really powerful new features. Imagine real-time session monitoring that catches threats the second they happen. Or how about custom rule packs that let you define what risky means for your specific organization? They're also planning integrations with major security tools and a full-blown analyst dashboard to give you a complete command center view. It really all comes back to this one powerful mission statement: turn every screen into actionable intelligence.
It's about finally unlocking this huge amount of data that up until now our systems have been completely blind to.
So, I'll just leave you with this one thought to chew on. What could an AI analyst, one that never gets tired and never ever blinks, see happening on your team's screens right now?